This might challenge what you think you know about wealth, progress, and the origins of the modern world. While much of Western Europe was localized and economically fragmented, one city was doing the exact opposite. It wasn't just improvising its way into prosperity, it was deliberately engineered for it. The Islamic Golden Age wasn't just a vague era of culture, but a designed economic engine built to connect the world, driven by the Abbasid Caliphate, centered in Baghdad. In the year 762, the Abbasid Caliph al-Mansur made a decision that would quietly reshape the global economy for centuries by ordering the construction of a new capital from scratch. This was a strategic move to build a city with a singular, unprecedented purpose: to connect the globe. Baghdad didn't just sit on trade routes, it absorbed them. Its location was a masterclass in economic geography, bridging Persia, India, and China to the east, the Indian Ocean network to the south, Byzantium to the west, and the routes into Central Asia to the north. From its very first stone, Baghdad functioned as infrastructure. Canals, roads, and administrative centers were its core purpose. The Abbasids managed systems where tax collection, legal enforcement, and commercial regulation were predictable. In economic history, this predictability creates trust, the rarest and most valuable commodity of all. At a time when most people never left their birthplaces, Baghdad operated on a massive global scale. Merchants arrived speaking different languages, carrying silk from China, spices from India, gold from Africa, and glass from the Mediterranean. Unlike early medieval Europe, where economies were localized and trade was slow and cautious, Baghdad normalized continuous, diverse trade across vast distances. Because carrying physical gold across deserts and oceans was dangerous, the Abbasid economy innovated. Merchants relied on early forms of bills of exchange, allowing a trader to deposit funds in one city and withdraw them in another. Capital circulated faster, farther, and safer than anywhere else on Earth, backed by legal clarity and a court system that punished fraud. The state didn't micromanage trade. It made trade possible. Baghdad's wealth didn't come solely from merchants. It came from the systematic investment in knowledge as an economic asset. The Abbasids sponsored a massive translation movement, bringing works of mathematics, astronomy, medicine, philosophy, and engineering from Greek, Persian, and Indian traditions into Arabic. This was highly effective economic strategy. Better mathematics led to superior accounting and engineering. Better astronomy created accurate calendars for trade timing, and better medicine resulted in healthier, more productive populations. Institutions like the House of Wisdom were pre-modern research centers where scholars were paid salaries and debate was encouraged, creating a professional intellectual class deeply integrated into the economy. No economic system lasts forever, but Baghdad's decline was structural, not sudden. The first cracks appeared in governance as the caliphate grew too. Vast to manage, regional governors gained autonomy, military leaders overpowered civilian institutions, and the predictable flow of tax revenues fragmented. When political authority fractured, the guarantees that backed long-distance trust weakened, shifting the system's incentives from long-term investment to short-term extraction. By the time the Mongol forces under Hulagu Khan arrived in 1258, the internal structure was already heavily compromised. The devastating siege burned libraries and destroyed infrastructure. But the Mongols shattered a system that had already lost its ability to protect itself. Once coordination failed, prosperity vanished almost instantly and wealth fragmented. The story of Baghdad serves as a mirror for our own modern systems. It proves that wealth doesn't naturally follow conquest or moral superiority. It follows structure and rewards exchange over hoarding. Prosperity is engineered, emerging from openness, stability, and institutional trust. When complexity outpaces management and governance fractures, any system becomes vulnerable. Baghdad proved that wealth follows connection and power follows coordination, but when those break, decline happens, all on its own.